Hi and welcome to another episode of The Promising Creative. Today I've got Jason here, who's an amazing tattooist.
Yes.
And I'm going to start off by just asking you, you're from London.
That's right.
You grew up in
South London. SW2, to be precise.
Someone's got
Toes Hill.
Someone's got to live in South.
Toes Hill! Representing.
So I want to ask you a little bit more about, what was it like growing up in South? How did you get into tattooing?
Growing up in South, in the 90s, being Oriental Filipino was different. The Filipinos all up in Ladbroke Grove, I guess, West London. So it was different growing up. It was just more of the art on the street, graffiti really. Being from Cantle Flats and then seeing the art of vandalism really. And seeing vandalism as a creative expression. So that's where my creative side came from the graffiti side of things.
From the streets?
Yeah, from the streets. It's like the elements of the street, right?
I think back then it was probably a lot more on the streets than it is now.
Back then, yeah.
It was just literally it was just the trains.
It was before social media.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was all about getting out there and putting your name out there without really knowing who you are. That's what it was about. Now it's all about...
So did you start off with graffiti?
I did.
Okay.
No, but from young I was just drawing.
Okay, because you did graphic design as well, right?
I did, right, yeah.
So,
I did, right.
So
from school, big good drawer, left school, did a diploma in graphic design. It was different from just illustration because you had to, work with be creative with texts and colors and abstract stuff to, express an idea that you're trying to portray. Do you know what I mean? Or convey. From that, from graphic design, really, I went to BA Honours in graphic design, and that was just more, I was never good on the sides of at the time, computers, because obviously, I was just more hands-on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everything was more creative, pen and paper. But yeah, that's when technology was coming in, really, like that, Apple Macs.
The Macs was just starting to come in.
Yeah, so it was all new to me.
And rendering would take all night.
That's it.
When you render something, you put it on all night and let it go.
Let it go, yeah. And that's it really, just got into graphic design and how I got into graphic design to tattoos. Oh man, that was just a journey, just life experience really.
Tell me about that. Tell me how when you went, at what point did you go, right, okay, actually, I'm going to start doing a bit of tattooing?
I always wanted, growing up, I always liked, tattoos. I don't know what it was. What about you? Did you think that tattoos was quite cool when you saw it on people?
I think when I always wanted to be like, oh yeah, that's really cool. But I got a tattoo done when I was really young. And I was saying to you earlier, I got my first tattoo.
Who was your influence? That's what I mean. Was it some people you looked at like Tupac or... if you look at Tupac now, you think, oh, he had loads of tattoos. He was covered. But when you actually look at it, he wasn't really covered.
Footballers are covered.
Yeah, they're covered. But I don't know, I think that David Beckham did set away with the new swag, you know what I mean? But
so was there a point when you thought, do you know what? Actually, I want to start doing tattooing. I want to start putting ink on people's bodies because ink is, when you're putting it on someone's body, it is a form of, it is an art. It's not a form of an art. It is art.
It is art, and it's got to be like why I tattoo is for what makes you happy. It's a form of art expression, what represents you. So if you ask me what's my favorite tattoo I've done, I would say your favorite tattoo.
Okay.
Or what makes you happy. What's your favorite tattoo that I've done is my favorite tattoo. Because if that makes you feel good, then it makes me feel good. That's the whole motive behind it. Why I tattoo, to make you feel good. Do you know what I mean?
So was there a point when you just flipped straight into tattooing?
It was more, it was, I don't know what it was. It was my ex-girlfriend, to be honest. She goes, you always draw a certain style, because I was influenced by Mr. Cartoon.
Okay.
Like, he did all the West Coast and America's tattoos, like, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, in the 90s or early 2000s. I was 17 during this time. I'm 37 now. So I was influenced by him, the Mexican Chicano kind of work style in America.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember my ex-girlfriend buying me a tattoo kit and saying, oh, you'd be good at doing tattoos. I was like, nah, man, I don't have the confidence for this.
Yeah.
I'm shook. I'm too scared. What happens if I, mess it all up, you know. And, you know, she goes, no, try it on my uncle. So you know what? He was my first guinea pig, to be honest. So,
Okay.
yeah, that was fun.
And do you remember what that tattoo was?
I actually don't, you know. I actually don't. I actually don't. Because I've been thousands of people. Do you know what I mean? I actually don't remember my first tattoo. Because I was panicking.
Nervous.
I know it was just simple, like a line. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But when I realized when I was panicking, I said, why am I panicking for? You shouldn't do this if you're panicking.
Right.
Never do something if you're not sure you can do it. But I did throw myself in the deep end. But the truth is, why I became a tattoo artist, I was broke, man.
Okay.
I was broke. That's
you
the
were like,
truth. I need to make some money. I was on the gyro. I was at that job center at the time. You know, I just graduated, but I couldn't get a job. So I had a degree, but couldn't get a job. So it was a bit mad. And every time I did get a job, I was never happy. So I would start a job in retail or, you know, receptionist, front of house.
Okay.
I was never happy. But tattoos gave me the confidence, just thinking of the idea of freedom, just being free and being creative and just being free. So that was the motive, just being broke. I didn't want to be broke no more. And I didn't want to wait to the end of the month to get paid.
Yeah. So you just went freelance?
Yeah, just freelance, getting cash in the hand and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's what it was about. And that was where the joy came in. Because I was like, oh, I don't have to work. You know, I have to work, but you have to work to run your own business or to do something. You got to work for a boss to learn certain things of the trade, or you know what I mean. You just can't be a boss.
Yeah, I understand.
You got to start somewhere. You got to work for someone, or you know.
You had to learn your craft.
Yeah, you got to learn the craft. And at the time, you know, I thought I could just take it on. So that was the freedom of just taking it on my own. Then you realize after you can't do it alone when you're inking. But that was the truth why I started inking. And then you know, I was getting things, buying things, and having fun life, going on holidays, doing things I wouldn't do.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what it was, and then that's the truth. I was having all these perks from tattooing that I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to do nothing else.
You just wanted to play ink.
Just wanted to get ink and just get my name out there like it was graffiti.
Okay. But it was just on the body. I guess it is the same.
Yeah, it's the same. It's like leaving a mark, and yeah, and that's how it all started really. And then after I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, I met my daughter's mother.
Okay.
And she lived in Ladbroke Grove. And obviously I'm from South London. During this time, I didn't know much about fashion or about, you know, the fashion industry. So when I moved to Ladbroke Grove, I knew that they were different down there. The fashion was different. Everything was just different, more colourful. I was all about tracksuits and hoodies back in the day, do you know what I mean? But when I moved to West London, my ex-girlfriend, my daughter's mum was, you know, trendy. Green hair, silver hair, black lipstick. It was just punk. I loved it. Do you know
Did that
what I mean?
start to come out in your work?
That came out in my work.
Okay.
You see, that started coming out in my work. More colours start going into my work, and more, you know, line work. It just, style just changed. Because before it was more graffiti.
Okay.
Just graffiti style. And I thought it was more cliche. When you're from the road or you're from the streets, it's like, I can't do that no more.
Okay.
I want to do something different.
Okay.
Do you know, how can I make graffiti and use proper typefaces? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of stuff.
And I guess you had that already. You had that knowledge because you were doing it
Graphic
when you
design.
did your graphic
yeah,
design.
but when I was in college doing it, because I went to LCC in Elephant Castle. At the time, it was London College of Printing. Now it's called London College of Communications. Now I think.
Okay.
It's in Elephant Castles. But when I was there, I'm trying to think back, man. You're making me think way back now. This convo, yeah. But I used to get criticised about my work. Oh, your work is, you know. Can I even swear? I don't know.
You can swear.
Your work is fucking shit, my tutor used to say to me. And I used to take it personal. But like, what do you mean it's shit? But it's shit. And I just came from school. I was 16 going to a national diploma. So everyone in my class at the time was like 25, 31. I was 16. So I didn't know how to take criticism at all. So I was like, raw. So I was just doing this graffiti stuff because it's fucking shit. It's vandalism. I was fighting the point. It's not vandalism. This is graffiti. It's art. She didn't see where I was coming from. She goes, okay, why don't you try and mix your style with this type of style?
Okay.
And then I got a new style. Do you know what I mean?
How did you deal with the criticism then? Because you weren't handling it, but did you?
It was more like, you know, I don't know. If I look back on it now, I feel I just kind of bottled it up.
Okay.
I just bottled it up and said, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna do something that's gonna. I don't know. At the time, I was just like, I'm gonna be someone. But I got to start something. But I knew already inside, you know, I was gonna do something. Whether she tells me I can't, it's not good. I'm gonna be good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I was only 16, 17 at the time, so I don't know, I was just having fun, I guess. Just finishing college and going out, linking up with friends in the ends and hanging out. And then going in next day, looking at the tutor, I'm like, what do you know about me?
Innit?
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
look who I am now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm inking up. I'm here.
It does.
I'm here.
It
Yeah.
does. I think when someone pushes you down all the time, it does make you more sort of like give you more passion to move forward.
That's
like,
right. That's right. But I feed off that though.
Yeah.
Some people feed off, can't feed off negativity. But I think from a young age, do you know what I mean? And being Filipino as well, my parents, they were strict. And sometimes they don't mean to put you down, but they put you down because they want you to do good.
Yeah,
do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So yeah, it's all of that as well. So I got it from my parents anyway. So I get criticism from anyone else. They didn't mean that anyway. Do you know what I mean? I just knew that I was going to do something creative.
It was time.
Yeah, it was in school. My sister now is like she's a director for like the educations across Europe.
Okay.
So she does like the curriculum and stuff like what the schools are going to teach out for the year 11s or whatever. And she was more academic.
Yeah.
See, I was smart, but not smart as my sister.
You was.
I was more,
artistic.
I was just artistic, and it was hard for Filipino parents to understand that 'cause they wanted to be a doctor or lawyer.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, Dad, I don't want to do this. We used to have arguments all the time, just arguments all the time, and then But other than that, when I became a tattoo artist, they were very supportive. But if you don't know me, I'm Jason. I'm NYE INKS. NYE stands for Need You Every Day. My son is Nye. I named him after me and my ex-partner because her name was Cheryl. So we took the N from Jason.
Okay.
And the YE from Cheryl.
Okay.
And we made Need You Every Day. And I thought I'll name my brand after my son because when you need something every day, it's like a love or obsession or a need. You just need it, whether it's a drug or whether it's a passion. Do you know what I mean? You just need to do it. Once you get inked, you become an addict. It's like an addiction, so you need it. So it's like, you're like my ink junkies.
Okay.
and I've got that good stuff. So you can come and get your needle, your fix with me. So that's where the brand comes from, Need You Everyday Inks. So if you don't remember me, you can remember me as New Year's Eve. So that's how I made people remember me.
Okay.
And add my handle and say, if you don't remember NYE, just remember New Year's Eve. That's it.
And you got me.
And you got me. And every New Year's Eve, I come harder every year. And that's the attitude I had in it.
So you've started inking now.
Yeah.
Things are moving along. You're making
12
some
years
money.
now. Yeah.
You're making some money. You're going away. You're traveling.
Yeah.
You're starting to get a bit of reward for your hard
work.
work.
That's it.
When do you get your first, I don't want to use the word celebrity, but well-known person that comes in and you're like, okay.
Let me go deep. Okay, I'm just trying to
Because I've looked at who you've
basically,
done.
I just moved to, it was West London, really. I thought, obviously I'm from South. I was growing up with the Mandem in the end, Brixton. I grew up with, like Young Teflon from school. Do you know what I mean? He was like the first one that kind of put me on. And my friend Arnold Osheng, the actor, Arnold Snaky Man, Arnold Osheng, good childhood friends. So I was good friends with Young Teflon's brother. And obviously he's a good, well-known rapper now. Big up Tef, doing his thing. But that's what it was. I got close, and I thought I would ink childhood friends that were in the industry already doing their thing. And then when I moved over to West London now, I randomly gave my card to Lee from Chapstar in Portobello. Randomly on the street, I gave it to Lee. I didn't even know who he was at the time. I said, "Yo, man, I got tattoos, man. Check me out." He's like, "Yeah, what's your card?" I haven't got no tattoos, but I'll give it to the boys. I was like, okay. So 2 weeks after that, I got a private call, and it was Lee saying, "Oh yeah, my guy Milks, he wants some ink." I was like, "Yeah, who's Milks?" So basically, I met Milks, who was part of Piff Gang at the time. They were called Piff Gang, and they were cool. Do you know what I mean? And they were wearing represent Trapstar clothing at this time. Do you know what I mean? So big up to Lee at the time. They put man on. Do you know what I mean? This is 2012. I went to meet the boys from Trapstar. They gave me some drip at the time. Some clothes and stuff like that. Met a few of the lads and then met them, inked Milk Boy, and he introduced me to like Skepta and just opened up doors for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he kind of, big up the boys from West. Yeah, you're throwing it back for me, man. Yeah, you're throwing it back for me. So that's all started, and then from Milk Boy, I inked Skepta, but before Skepta, I was inking everyone already. So I don't even know, man. This is throwing it back for me, man. I'm talking about 12 years back.
Yeah.
For the last 4 years, do you know what I mean? I've been just chilling. I've been back in the Philippines,
Yeah.
I bought land out there, built a house out there. Do you know what I mean? Being from a third world, and my parents coming in the 70s. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to give them good, you know what I mean, for retirement in London. So I send them back home. So that was what I've been doing for the last 4 years. But now you're taking me back. I'm just
So you
like,
started doing Skepta. Did you do a lot of work?
I did Skepta just randomly because he's been trying to hit me up. He was trying to hit me up like 3 times because Milk Boy, Ollie was trying to say, oh, my friend Skep, you know Skep, he wants ink. I was like, bro, I can't even get to you. I'm busy, I'm ink. He's like, bro, he's coming tonight. Can you come? I was like, I can't make it. But Skeppy, you know, he was doing Konnichiwa album at this time. So he was touring, doing what he was doing. I could just never get to meet him, but he was at the peak of his time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted Skeppy, but I just couldn't get to him. And I treat all my clients the same.
Yeah.
If someone was booked, someone was booked. You know what I mean? I had to do people. You know, I couldn't throw back people's deposits. But anyways, we finally met up, me and Skepta, and I was late. You know, I was late. I'm not gonna lie. I was late like 2 a.m. in the morning. I was meant to be there from like 10 p.m. and I got there like 2 a.m. in the morning. He's like, bro, you're late, man. Like, it wasn't a good way to start, but you can see it was pissed. Like, he was a bit upset. But, you know, he was a busy guy. And I said, look, lateness is greatness, man. And he went, you know what? That's dope. We're doing greatness. And then I think Dex said something else. Okay. And then it was just greatness from that night. So I ain't greatness on his neck.
Okay.
So
is that
that's
what you put?
Free-handed thing, you know.
Okay.
He was a bit skeptical. He was like, you know, oh, I don't know about freehand. I said, look, all I do is freehand. And then Milk just confirmed it, verified it. Said, yo, Inks is the man for freehand. Trust me, look what he did for me. He was just showing his whole body and Skepta like, cool, let's just do it.
And you did that at 2 a.m. in the morning?
2 a.m. in the morning, man. Drunk. You know, but I was in the industry them times, you're inking up, but that was me. I had to have a drink. I had to have a smoke. It was the best way to get my creativity out.
Okay.
Even from young.
You just zoned in?
I just zone in. Like, you know, I have to, you know. But it was cool. We met up and we was meant to meet before I had more work, but obviously I got busy and we never met up again. But we met up at certain events, you know. We seen each other at certain events and just said hello and stuff.
So at that point, you were just blowing up?
Yeah, just blowing up. My phone was blowing up. I had DMs going out, messages going I couldn't even open. Like my DMs, my inbox was just going mad, you know what I mean? And obviously I was trying to be a father. I split myself into 3 at the time. I was trying to be a boyfriend. I was trying to be a father. I was trying to be an artist. And sometimes when you're an artist, people forget that you're a father.
And that you're human.
And you're human and you need to sleep.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Just the basics. I need to sleep and eat.
Yeah, just sleep and eat. But at the time, I lived for it.
It does become a way of life.
Yeah. And I used to just get obsessed with it. And so if I didn't do anything creative or hear the machine, I would get upset. I'll get depressed. I'll just get depressed. I'll start moaning at people for no reason. Like, what are you moody today? I don't know. I'm just moody, fam. What are you moody? I don't know. Because you know, you feel like you got a goal you want to achieve. You know that you're meant to ink this week, but you're never content because you want more. When you love something, the passion, you just want to do more.
It didn't feel like work to you.
It didn't feel like work. It just felt like it was something chasing more. And at the time, you know, I was from, you know, I was working retail. Do you know what I mean? Before I was a tattoo artist. So I didn't see money like that. I wasn't seeing £1,000 a day like that, or £500 a day, or £600 in my hand just like that. I'm going home next day, made £3,000 in 2 days. I wasn't seeing that money, ever seeing that type of money. So when I was doing that for like 2 years straight and seeing that type of money every other day, you're thinking, whoa, this is the way to live. But not thinking when you're blowing out cash and you're living a certain lifestyle. Do you know what I mean?
It does do
and
that.
you learn.
Yeah.
Years down your inking, you start realizing, you know, this is work. And then you start going, you know, legit, start paying the tax, man. Start doing everything legit. You realize, you know what? I should have did things different. But you know what? I lived.
Yeah.
And I look back on it, I lived. I got to live what I wanted to live. And I'm still living, but doing it different as a father because my son's 17 now. So he's basically the old guy. He's basically me. So I can't, you know.
Is he creative?
He's creative.
What does he do?
He's more into football. He loves football. He's into sports and stuff. But he does draw and he must, you know, follow my footsteps. So I feel like if you got something you want to pass it on, I'm going to pass it on to him. And that's something, or, you know, something he can take on if he wants to take it on. I don't know if he wants to. I don't know, you know this generation now, they want their £700 kicks. You know what I mean? He's drippy. My son is very drippy, very spoiled. Do you know what I mean? But other than that, yeah. So, yeah, I started off doing inking I know I'm just talking, you know. I'm just
keep
literally talking.
Just keep talking.
I'm just talking. And, you know, from there, I was just inking the public, inking artists. And from one artist, it'd be a next artist. So before we got to Skepta, I think how it really works was because where I moved. So from Brixton, I inked everyone from South and then Southeast. And then I moved over to West London. Then I got everyone from Port Bella, Brook Grove, Kensal Rise, and, you know, Mozart. I started doing all the road, just all the trap stars and all the man them, and I don't know, I was just out there. But oh yeah, so I'm just chatting. It was BB days. It was BlackBerry days that started me really ping.
Okay.
It was even WhatsApp. It was BB. So that's really the truth of when I started was BB days. So when everyone gave you a pin, I was going to go into random houses and just inking, like going to Stonebridge, going to Church Road. And I'm just out here trying to make my money. I'm just trying to hustle. You know, but obviously I had the, you know, being grown up from the end, you know, the road mentality anyway. So that didn't even threaten me. It's all about just showing the love of the art in different ends.
Yeah. And you just literally just worked your way through.
Yeah, just whatever you had with personal people, that's not none of my business. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm cutting through and I'm giving you something you're going to love. And that's it. It's going to make you feel good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
And also, like, help me with the sales, I was working in Fitness First. So that's, that was another one, working in Fitness First, like how to sell a product. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's little things like that take me way back. And it was like, oh, what brings you to the gym? It's like saying the same, what brings you to me? Why do you want to tattoo? From a scale from 1 to 10, why do you want to tattoo? They say 10. Oh, 10, so you're going to throw up your cash now. I'm definitely getting paid, you know what I mean? Is it a 5? Is it a 5 out of 10? Yeah, you're not going to pay up right now. So you already know when someone's serious about what they want to do or what they want to get, they've made a decision.
And how do you then, so let's say I come to you now, I'm not sure what sort of tattoo I want. I show you what I like, because you're freehand,
That's
right?
freehand, yeah.
So do you draw it out first?
Yeah, I draw it out first. I'll draw it out first, like, and
so we'll sit down and we'll discuss it.
But sometimes I would draw it out at least 5 times and say, look, I'm not drawing no more. You come to me for me. Now, if you want a tattoo in Google, then go to a tattoo shop. If they come to 9 inch, you're coming from me. So I'm just going to draw it out, and how you get it is that it's going to be unique. There and then on the spot, no one's going to have it.
Yeah, it's a one-off.
It's a one-off.
Yeah.
And that's what I did for, IAMDDB as well. I did that for IAMDDB. I forgot what tattoos I did on her wrists, on her neck, on her... Love is War I did for her, I remember, in red. But these are just random link-ups. They'll just hit me up and just say, it's IAMDDB. Let's do this. I'm just like, where you at? Come to my studio. Private location, we do it. So it's always been like that.
Okay.
You know, and, you know, but artists, tattoo artists will ask me in time and be like, oh man, I've been doing this for 20 years. These are like the old school G's. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing this for 25 years. Like, I haven't into one celebrity. So, you know, sometimes it is, you know, where you're from and who you know.
Yeah. And there's one door opening up that leads to another.
That's right. That's right.
And also, I guess, like, if you are doing something at 2 a.m., you're just committed.
That's it.
So I'm turning up.
Yeah, it's just
we're gonna make it
on
happen.
Standby.
Yeah,
just on the standby. But you got to have the that ambition. You got to have the drive. You got to have the perseverance. You got to know your purpose. Why are you doing it? Are you just going out to ink and do this? But at the time, it wasn't that. I remember where I couldn't buy myself anything. The times it was hard for me growing up. Do you know what I mean? I was always behind on things. Like everyone had a 3310 Nokia. I had a 3210. Everyone had Super Nintendo. I had a Nintendo. I was always behind. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So when I finally got into the inking, I had just things I didn't have.
Yeah.
I always wanted to make sure I always will have it.
So at that point, did you feel
so
like...
it was more, the passion started going.
Right.
Yeah, it became the money.
Okay.
And then that's very, very not good. Do you know what I mean? When you start losing yourself more with the money, and I'm not saying I'm the richest man and I'm balling, but I'm balling rich in the mind. I'm rich in the mind. And when you're rich in the mind, it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to learn to be content. And I wasn't content within myself, probably. And I was going through a lot of personal stuff. Okay. You understand? And I think it was mixing with the mental health, personal stuff with my creativity. So I was living off something that was just making me go, but doing so much, but nothing's getting done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're going through the motions.
Yeah. And that's the roller coaster was right. I look back in the night, you're asking me these questions. Oh, I'm like, wow, I'm actually looking back on things. Thinking, I'm not even that person I was 5-6 years ago. The grills in my mouth, and I'm not even that person no more.
Okay.
That's loud in the ink industry, but that was the come up.
Yeah.
That was the come up.
So when you got there, and then it started becoming about the money and not about the creativity.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, what did you realize that?
I realized that. I realized
when
that.
you realized it. How did that feel?
It
That
didn't
must have
feel
been
good.
Must have been a shocker.
But you don't see it. You only see it when you start seeing people around you that support you when they come up. And then when you find you're up there secretly, no one's really wanting to support no more.
Right.
Then you start realizing, wait a minute, is it me? Is it my attitude, the way I went on, or is it because I'm different, the way they know me? Are they envy? Are they just? You start asking these questions. You start getting, parallel.
Yeah.
You get in the industry now where your name is out there, you're established now, so people are out here watching you. Sometimes you get anxiety sometimes. And sometimes you can't get anxiety when you're inking.
Yeah.
So it's that battle sometimes, personal. Everyone's like that in life. Everyone.
So you realize you're like, okay.
I'm normal.
Yeah.
I'm not, this ego's got to stop. This
Yeah.
inking ego's got to stop. And that's very important. You got to be humble. And that's why I advise, young creatives, to be very humble. And there's a lot of people out here that are forgotten. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can look at an old lady on the road and no one pays attention to them. But they were there, like, doing the pilot fighting in the wars or whatever. They've done so much, but not getting the credit, no ability for what they've done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And time goes on. And that's what I feel with creatives. Time goes on, new school comes in, and we become shadow at the back. But what you leave behind is something that my mark, you can look in the skin and be, oh, what's Nye up to? It's what I've left behind. What did he do? Oh, he was a good man. He was cool. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, life's all about what did you do within your time when you was alive? How many people did you touch? How many people did you reach out to within that time, from that time to that time?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, what I realize in life, when we ink, people say, oh, what happens when you get old? Oh, you're going to get old. Like, people don't really look at you when you're old. And that's what my whole point is. People forget the greatness you do in life. These people that walk on the street, they're old, you forget what they've done.
Yeah.
They've done some great stuff before what we're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But that's the new NYE INKS, that keeps me going now.
Okay, so you had to just take a look at yourself.
Look at myself, yeah, just look at myself, because my son, he was 5 when I started inking. He's 17 now.
Yeah.
He's dressing like me, acting like me, and I'm thinking, wow. Now, I post him on social media. The views on the story go crazy because he's the future. No one's gonna look at me no more like that. They want to say, oh, his son, that's what he looks like now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I'm trying to say, I'm just gonna do what I do, stay in my lane now, because you got all these wonderful, great artists out here, young tattoo artists out here that's doing what I was doing 12 years ago. I'm not saying what they're doing is not great. They just got a new way of doing things.
Yeah.
They got their own swag. Do you know what I mean? And it's cool. But I feel like I set a path for these young creatives that's doing tattoos now. They might not admit it.
Yeah.
But to be honest, when I started inking, I was like the only mobile artist on the road, to be honest with you. I had it on Smash, and I still got it on Smash, but I got it on Smash with certain clients.
So after you've took a look at yourself, you're like, do you know what? I need to bring it all down a level.
But you can't mix because people don't appreciate artists.
Yeah.
People don't appreciate what you do sometimes. Do you know what I mean? You learn that in your journey, wherever you do. You know what I mean? Like, I can work with this artist. I can work with that client, and that client will pay me what I'm worth. Another client will be like, I ain't paying that. I can go down the shop around the corner. Then go to a shop in Lambeth around the corner, or shop in Haringey around the corner. Like, if you were coming to me, there's a reason why you came to me. You don't have to throw it back in my face because I've got a value or price. If you can't afford it, save up for it.
Yeah.
The way you would save up for your car or for your house or for anything else. Don't devalue someone's creativity or price. You know what I mean? If they've got a price, that's the price.
Yeah.
And that's life anyway. There's a price to pay. So don't moan, oh, my girlfriend's giving me a headache, or my boyfriend's giving me a headache, or anything in life. That's the price you pay.
So,
do you know what I mean?
So now you're still doing mobile.
I still do mobile. I still do mobile.
But you got certain clients that you work with, and because
I work more with the brands now. I try to work more with the brands.
Tell me a bit about that, because you started doing
and
pop-ups
events.
and tell me about the stuff that you did at London Fashion Week.
London
and
Fashion
Ministry.
Week, Basic Rights men's clothing line. They reached out to me to do a tattoo pop-up for them at their fashion show. That was cool. That was in, I think that was 2019. That was very different. But during them times, I was inking a lot of models. I was inking during times. I was just doing a lot. I'm trying to think back, but yeah,
I saw some of it on your.
Yeah,
you done some very big models.
Yeah, I did.
Just like some little random stuff that you were just popping on them.
I was doing model. Like Lancey Foles. I don't know if Lancey Foles still dates Naomi Anderson. I did her tattoo. So that I was doing a lot of models these times, and that's how I got noticed by them.
Okay.
And then they invited me to do a tattoo pop-up. That was fun.
How does that work? People just come in?
They just come in, they pay you for your time, you quote the figure, the number.
Yeah.
They got a budget to pay you. Lucky I put the number down, they paid it. I turn up for 2 hours, I ink for 2 hours. And that was it. It was an experience. And I said to myself, you know what, this is the way forward. I think doing shows is the way forward, doing tattoo pop-ups. Do the public, but at the same time, the public don't understand this difference in this industry of things. Like other tattooists might look at me and say, "Oh, you're breaking the code. You shouldn't do that. You should be in Ink magazine, or you should be doing this." But I want to do something different.
Yeah.
I want to teach the art different, like Bruce Lee. I want to teach it different. I don't want to do it like this. I want to do it like that. And I think I bridged that gap personally to be here in Notion. I bridged that gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest, because tattoo artists go to tattoo shops and just want to work for a tattoo shop and go to get spotted in another tattoo shop. It's just that world. I'm in a different realm. Yeah. I'm here in the fashion. I'm here in the tattoo world. I'm here as a father. I'm here in the music industry doing tattoos. I'm in different realms, and that's a different spirit. Thanks to God, but that's a different spirit.
How do you find your balance now? How do you find your balance? Like, do you just go, right, okay, I'm only working X, Y, and Z, or do you
it's more just scheduled now. Before I was just wild, just every day, 24/7 on standby. But now you run out of steam. When you get to a certain age, you run out of steam. You're like, I'm getting tired for this. My body can't take something. I need sleep. Yeah. Sleep very important. Do you know what I mean? And during them times, I didn't even know, but I don't care about sleep. All I care was about the money. Do you know what? The money didn't sleep. Money don't sleep. Money don't sleep. It's all that attitude. You know what I mean? Different. I need to sleep. You know what I mean? I need to sleep. So it's just, I changed my routine, my schedules. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do it like this. Ink these days. Don't ink the weekends no more, unless I'm kids free.
Yeah. And you just basically someone contacts you. They either find you on Instagram or it comes to a friend.
Friend of friend, Instagram, because I'm old school, man. Instagram's probably where I stopped now. TikTok, oh my God, I don't even know what to do with TikTok. I'll get there. I don't know.
You just want to keep putting ink
down. Do you know what it is, bro? You're just making me think back, man. You can see it, I'm actually just thinking, like, I'm like, wow. Like, I'm actually just thinking.
Is there anything that you would tell your, like now, who you are now, when you were starting out, if you could tell your younger self, or what would it be?
It would have just been more like, it would have been more spend time with more of my family. Do you know what I mean?
Find the balance.
It was more, sorry, excuse me. It was more of the passion, like find that passion back, at the time. Because I was doing it for the glory, man. I went for the money after that, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was getting gassed up.
but the passion went and the money came.
But eventually, when you start grounding yourself and, you take that time away, you start realizing, what did I do? Why am I so loved? What is it that people want from me? You do find yourself and realize, okay, it was this or it was that didn't. If I can change things now, it would be my attitude.
Okay.
Just attitude of things. I was more arrogant, arrogant about certain things. I wasn't, I didn't want to compromise. I had a certain way, but that's what got me where I am. Do you know what I mean? Being tough, self-discipline, taking no as an answer. Do you know what I mean? But now more, I know, as age got, I became more civil. I just became
mellowed out.
I think it's just the kids, man.
Yeah.
I became a daddy artist now. So I'll sit there with my kids in the weekend. Let's have a paint day. Yeah. You know, before it was like, no, let's go out and drink and party and ink next day. And yeah.
Right.
It was that lifestyle, rock star lifestyle, innit? So now the artist I was then to now, yeah, man.
So you would do that. You would go out,
Yeah,
party,
just
and
like
the next day you just go and ink someone.
Yeah, ink someone. Have a fry out next day, soak up all the alcohol, whatever I was doing, and then go and do what I was doing, and then made money. Like, oh yeah, more money tomorrow. Just thinking about the next day and more money. It was just all about money was the motive, man, of anything you wanted to do, and that's what it was. It was just that set of money. It's not always about money. Yeah, and that's what I would say to about anyone that's doing it. Don't chase the money, chase the dream, chase your passion. Keep staying with your passion. Money will come. It's just there. You just gotta reach it. Don't like me. I was always wanting that motive of it. But now I don't think of it. It just comes. My shows come now. I do certain things. I'm like, raw. I don't do ink. For example, now I want to take a week off and be like, oh, I used to complain about myself before. Oh, I'm slacking. I'm not doing nothing. 10 years ago, I need to ink. No, when I'm actually chilling, I'm actually enjoying that freedom of chilling. Like, oh, leave me alone. I'm free. My mind's free. And I can think straight. So really most important stuff is look after your health.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth. You know? That's it.
Cliche thing to say.
That's it. Health is everything, isn't it? Yeah, you know, if you don't look after your health, your mind can't think straight. You gotta eat as well.
Yeah, and
Just
sleep and drink water.
Oh, that's it.
Do you think, like, because there used to be a stigma around art? Well, I used to think there used to be a stigma around tattoos, and like the way people would look at it. Do you think that is still there, or
nah, that's gone?
It's gone, yeah.
Yeah, that's during my times when I grown up.
It was there.
It was there. I didn't mind if I get a tattoo. My dad will beat my ass. You know what I mean? My mum and dad. Nah, it's like if you don't have a tattoo, you're not normal. Like your boss has got a tattoo, right? I can ask anyone now listening. Your boss has got a tattoo. I mean, that police officer there's got a tattoo. Do you know, everyone's got a tattoo. Do you know what I mean? So it's not looked at nothing now. I think it's just a way of life. It's a way of life now. It's just. Yeah.
I think when I got my first tattoo as well, like I had my parents were in Cyprus and it was hot, like baking hot, and I never would have my t-shirt off, because it was too, like, I didn't want them to see the tattoo. You know. So yeah, it was like that.
It was. You had to hide. Yeah, you had to hide. I know, like, you know, things have changed. Even ink has changed. The needles have changed. The machines have changed. You know what I mean? When you first get your tattoo, you remember the coil guns?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was that. It was that. No, it's just...
and where do you draw your inspiration from then? Like, let's say you're meeting someone and they're like, I want you to do this. This is what I'm
It's 3 seconds of judgment.
Explain that to me.
So it's like, I've met you today.
Yeah.
And what I got out of you 3 seconds, I tried to know your personality already. And if I can know in 3 seconds, I'll get along with you.
Okay.
With anyone.
Okay.
And that's what I feed off the energy of when I do an idea. I meet someone coming for a tattoo. Yeah, how much you want it? I want it a lot. Oh yeah, I'm feeding off that now. You want it a lot. Yeah. What you like doing? I like this, I like that, I like this, I like this. Okay. What's your favorite color? What's this? What's your favorite film? What's this? Okay. This or this? Pepsi or Coke? Like, oh, it's just random questions. I get to know them, feel them, and then the idea will just come from something like that. Just
okay. And then you just
sketch it out and say, do you like that? No. Why don't you like that? Because of that. But you like it. I like that, but I don't like that. You see. Okay. So they'll like something I do, but I won't like just take that off. And then that's it. It becomes something. And I'm known for like freehand script. So I'm known for, because obviously I do graffiti, I'm known for my like a signature. I'm just known for that. So if someone says, I want this, I'll just write it first time. So that's how you're getting it. Because if I write it again, it's just going to look the same, just a bit different. But I can write it 20 times. I'll be like, it all looks the same now. Yeah. We're just doing this. Do you know what I mean? Then you got clients that will moan and be fussy. That's frustrating. Because it's freehand, you can't really. Do you understand? Like, no, yeah, like
it's kind of like when you go to a normal tattoo show, they flip the book open. And
I do. I still do those jobs. Don't get me wrong. I still do those jobs. I just want this. You just want that from the computer. Yeah, you sure you just want that? Yeah, I can. If I do something else, no, I just want it like that. But I think because that's people not being unique. Yeah, they'll figure it out. They'll look in the mirror in 10 years' time and go, oh, you know what? I should listen to Inks. I should listen to Nah, he was right. I got Roman numerals from the computer when I could just done it freehand. That made it look unique and a bit different because they change as people. Your style changes. Your fashion changes. You change. So when you look at certain things like tattoos, I look at now, I'm like, yo, I wish I changed certain things. I wouldn't change the style of the work,
Yeah.
but I would have not get that done. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? But I wouldn't change the style, because the style of my first tattoo was 2003. You can see the needles, the color of the inks, old bluey. It's all different, but that's what makes it 2003. Do you know what I mean? So when people say I want to cover up, I'll be like, why? When did you get that done? I got it done in 1998. Well, that's 1998. Leave it.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to see 1998 no more. You're going to see 2023 artwork, different ink, different needles. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like anything.
It's like an original of its
It's
time.
an original time, you know what I mean? Because vintage, innit? It becomes that's what I love about, people that appreciate art.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean as well?
And do you draw at all, or you just do?
I draw, but I'm not saying I am the best drawer in the world. I just got a certain style for drawing.
Yeah, and you like to draw.
Yeah, just like the draw.
And do you keep any of your drawings, or would you develop that side of it? Would you be like, do you know what, I'm going to spend a bit more time doing some art?
I do, yeah, I do. I got some personal stuff that's kept just for me.
Okay.
Really, really for me. And it's just self-expression, really, on the canvas, painting and stuff. I do that with my girlfriend now. Yeah, it's quite cool. It's just
If
different.
you're feeling, let's say you wake up in the morning and you're feeling like down and you're a bit like, oh, I'm not feeling great. Do you draw, or how do you deal with that?
No, I meditate.
Okay.
I meditate as an artist. I meditate how my day's gonna play out, how my week's gonna play out. I see the picture, and that's how it's gonna go. So it's about manifestation, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And you do a lot of
And I do a lot of that without even knowing.
Okay.
That's me driving, me just making breakfast. I do a lot of that, not even knowing.
And do you
know what I
meditate
mean?
every day?
Not every day, but like I said, I do it without not knowing. When I'm
Okay.
driving, I don't intentionally know I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But when I do meditate, say, let me take 10 minutes out. It's once a week.
Yeah. And does it help?
It does help. It does help. It does help. It clears you, clears your mindset. It's very important. It clears your mindset.
When you're about to lay ink on someone and you're like, okay, I'm about to start. Is there a routine that you go through to get your mind ready for that moment? Or?
Yeah, I do. It's like, I don't know, but I feel more nervous when I step out when I leave the door.
Explain.
It's like, I don't know, like if you watch like fighters, boxers, and UFC and stuff like that, it's like that. They put on this front sometimes. Like, I want to knock this guy out, but really when it comes down, you're walking down the aisle to the ring, they feel something different. It's like that. I'm on my way to my journey, and like I said, I'm meditating now. This is how it's gonna play. I got 3 hours. I have to be in and out. Because I already know that I got to go there, that client. I got to pick up the kids there. I got to do this. I got to run that. Got to do that. So I'm already playing out how it's going to go, how my conversation's going to go. Like you today, got a certain time. You're going to say, we're going to get on with it. It's the same thing. And sometimes that anxiety builds up.
Yeah.
But when I get there.
And you're in it.
And I'm in it. It's gone. It's gone. When I open the door, hello, how nice to meet you. Boom, gone.
You're in it.
I'm in it. I'm in a different realm.
Is there anything that you've sort of done and you're like, oh my God, I'm just so happy with that. Let me take a picture of that. Like, I know you said at the beginning, you're like,
there's loads.
You like what I like and I like what you like.
Yeah.
But is there anything where you've sort of done and you've gone, do you know what? I'd put that on my own body. I want to put that on me.
A lot of them. But no, not really, no. But there's a lot of tattoos that I do, and it's just like, you're lucky you're getting it from me. Or you're lucky you're getting it today, because if you got it in 1998 or 2007, your work would have been messed up. Because artists weren't artists, they just had the trading license.
Okay.
See, I've got a professional tattoo license.
Okay.
So that means I have a license, not a trading license. So you can go to a tattoo shop, and some of them are apprentices, but haven't got a professional license. They're just under the shop. So some people have work on the wall that's not even their work.
Right, got it.
You get it? And they're more of a tattooist. I'm a tattoo artist. So yeah, I don't just trace. I don't get that purple stuff and I stick it and then I just trace it. Like, if that purple stuff comes off, I just look at a picture and I would draw it. But I would draw it in my style, and you will look at it like you look at it like I've done it on the purple stencil stuff.
Right.
Really,
okay.
it was just from the dome, from my head.
You're not just sketching a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is there any artist that you look at and you think, oh, do you know what? I draw inspiration from this person or that person, or
I don't, Like I said, growing up was more like, so I was doing more of the sleeve work, and like 10 years ago, now I'm doing more minimal work, line work.
Okay.
Or even little dot, just one dot, beauty spot. it got to that point where I was doing so much work. It got to the point now I'm just doing 2 lines and out the door. Do you know what I mean?
Is that because that's what someone wants, or is
because
that...
I realized that's what I specialize in, line work.
Okay.
And that's what I realized that's where the market's at. Line work. It can just be lines, but so effective. And I think that's where it becomes a trend of trends, really. Do you know what I mean?
Explain what you mean by that.
Like, if if all the guys get a sleeve, all the guys are gonna want a sleeve. Because it's like a trend, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying like, everyone copies everyone, but it's fashion, isn't it? It's become a fashion.
Line work is.
Yeah. So if you get a lot of line work and you see, just, your influencers. That's where it comes from, really, why people get tattoos as well, as art from influencers. Who's your favorite actor, your favorite musician, they're going to have tattoos. And most people will, be inspired by them. A lot of females are inspired by Rihanna's tattoos, So she was like the pioneer of mandalas, on the boob tats.
Okay.
And finger tattoos with dots and lines. That was Rihanna's thing. And it's been around through tribal and through culture. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
of
but
tattoos.
she's picked up on it and she likes it.
Yeah, and she's picked up from it and she's made it public. Yeah, she's made it,
Her thing.
Her thing. And that's it. And because of social media, it's going to get out and people are going to see this. And it's a new wave, isn't it? It's a new wave.
Yeah, it certainly is.
I made a new wave. I feel like I was a pioneer on the ink, on the mobile inking and mobile artists out here. And now people have seen what I've done. Might not show me homage.
That's okay.
It's okay. Mm-hmm. It's okay. But they're doing their thing. And it's keeping it alive. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. It's international now. And it's always been international.
Yeah.
It's always been international.
Always.
Through tribal, like, the true meaning of tattoos. The tribes they come from. The meanings of the rituals they did with tattoos. Do you know what I mean? It's more deeper than just tattoos.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But it's the intention behind the tattoos. Very important.
Explain what you mean by that.
Because obviously, if it was to do with rituals before in cultures, it's got to do with deeper stuff. And if you're doing blood sacrificing, I don't want to be talking this stuff. People might think it's weird, but it's just the truth, innit? You're cutting just blood, innit? You're playing with blood with tattoos. That's the truth of it. You're playing with blood, and with playing with blood, you know what I mean? That's the serious thing. Cutting you open. And if you're spiritual or religious, there's good and there is a bad. Do you know what I mean? If you're spiritual, you will understand this. If you're not spiritual, then you're religious, then there's a good and there's a bad, there's a day and there's a night, there's ups and there's downs. There's always a yin and yang, there's always the opposite to balance something. So if I'm doing a tattoo, I'm doing it out of good intention.
Okay.
So don't wish bad upon me.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing something to do with blood.
Okay.
It's that ritual, isn't it? Blood of
blood
brothers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't violate the thing. Because remember, we shared a ritual together, a serious personal one.
And that's what it is when you...
People need to remember that. The culture of tattoos it's a personal thing. So I can still do someone's tattoo and then next minute, I'm not mentioning no one's names, but they might not like me no more. And it's like, bro, but I gave you something personal. Like, that's very bad. Because I did it with good intention. Now, if I did it with bad intention, you don't know what good and bad spirits or whatever you want to take it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to scare no one. Do you know what I mean? It's just the truth of, people, if you're going to be good character or bad character. As I said, your attitude, good attitude in life or bad attitude in life. It's the same.
And
and if you got a bad attitude, I don't want to ink you anyway.
Yeah. And can you sense that? Have you walked
all
away
the time?
From people and
all the
gone,
time.
You know what, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, because they're telling me, it's like me saying, I call someone to renovate my house, and I say, mate, paint this. He's like, mate, don't tell me what to do. Like, I do this for a living. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, but you need to do this. Yeah, but you need second coat, mate. You have to paint it once, wait for it to dry, second coat. See, some people don't understand this. They think a tattoo could be done in half an hour, 10 minutes. You want a portrait tattoo or you want some line work done and you want that done in half an hour, like this, like that. It doesn't work like that. And some people just don't get it and they get personal. That's what I mean, the attitude. And by then you don't even want to ink them. It's a waste of energy.
Yeah. Because it takes energy to
It's energy. It's a lot of energy. And a lot of clients need to understand there's a lot of artists. It's not just myself. A lot of artists will agree with this and say, yeah, he's speaking the truth. Like, it's effort. It's the time and effort we do something, you know what I mean? It's the effort to make it look good for you. Now, if you want a cheap tattoo, then you're going to pay for cheap work. Do you know what I mean? You pay for what you get.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Cheap tattoos ain't good, and good tattoos ain't cheap.
Yeah.
That's the saying, isn't it? And yeah, so you will know, you eventually, you know, doing years of tattoos, a lot of artists will say you will know who you're going to in. You've already got your loyals, and that's it.
And they're the people that keep coming back.
I keep coming back and word of mouth goes out, do you know what I mean? But we're lucky with the social media, you know, I don't even post like that no more, stuff like that. I'm just easy with it. But where I've done so much for the scene, my name is just out there buzzing still.
Yeah.
And I love that. So shout out to those people. Big up to you. If you know me, big up to you. If I don't know you, still big up to you. You get me? Other than that, yeah, I don't even know what else to say, Billy. You know,
Tell me about your own tattoos.
Oh, my tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got some tattoos here. Very sentimental ones. So my mum and dad here.
Yeah.
I've got the roots from where my bloodline, my veins is. So I've got like a root that comes there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that goes to my family.
And who does that for you?
These are just tattoo artists over the years, before I was a
Okay.
tattoo artist. So
Okay.
the style of work I have on me, I actually don't like.
Okay.
But for what it is, I say the meaning of it will always be the meaning of it. But if I could have done things different, I would have. But everything I got is very just personal to do with family, and things I've been through. Do you know what I mean? I got a piece on my chest that represents for my kids. My exes, so I got three mothers of my children. So
Okay.
3 baby mummies. Do you know what I mean? But all good friends, all close. They're all still tight. Family is number one, and I think that's why I did in the industry. I forgot about family, and just always say to your young creatives, family first. Always not your your passion, your dream, but you know.
Try and find the balance.
Balance, man. The balance is very, very important, or it's gonna eat you up eventually. This game. Do you know what I mean? In anything you do,
It can consume.
do you know what I
it can
mean, bro?
consume
Do you know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
You start realizing, you get to a certain age, you're like, rah, like, where's everyone gone? Like, where's all the people? And you start realizing, was it me? And, you know what I mean?
But you came out of it. You came out of it.
I'm out of it. I'm out of it now because I had no choice what to say. You know what? It's rather going to be more like this or more like that. Because you know when you love something so much, man. Like I love the inking so much. I was out there, bro, man. I was just out there, like coming home, eating 10 minutes, saying hello to the family, and going out the door again. Was I know I got to make £500 here, £200 here, £100 there, £50 here. £300 there, another £1,000 tomorrow, £2,000 the next day. The numbers were just mad.
Yeah.
And I didn't see money like that, like I said. So it's just different now. The way me as an artist is just different. I didn't even call for the ink. I just do it because I love it. I don't call for it.
Now you just,
I've
now it's passion.
Yeah, that's just a passion. When I do, you're going to come to me. Oh, man, you want to come tonight? Yeah, cool. But back in the day, you coming to me, gassed up. Yeah, let's do it. Like, yeah, like, you know why you coming to me kind of thing. Because I'm NYE INKS, you know what I mean? Nah, it's not even like that, no. But you're coming to me because you want me. You can go to anyone around the world, it's cool, but you want some of me? Cool.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I get to have a part of your body.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because basically,
You know what I
you're
mean?
there forever.
I'm there forever. I'm there forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Until
and
you
it's
die.
therapy as well, innit? It's therapy for them. When they come and see me, they can let out their feelings to me and chat to me because I'm easy like that. I'm humble like that. So customer service is very important as well. Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah, man. You want to talk more about the stars, but I don't know. But more about the...
No, I think we've nailed it. I think you've just given us what we need. Like, I mean,
I
you
was
can
just
show
chatting,
me.
bro. I got a bit personal, but it's all right. Edit some bits.
That's the whole purpose of what we do.
You can put out some bits, but it's very important that people need to hear that anyway.
Yeah, of course.
They need
It's
to-
your story.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah, especially these creatives, man. Like, you know, things are different now. Things are just different. Like the time now. Do you know what I mean? When I was graduating from uni, you know, things are just different. Yeah, don't you think things are different?
Things were different. Yeah, things have definitely moved on. And I think people have moved on as well. And
Yeah,
people work hard. People are still working hard. Like, you know, but I think what you said, which was like, running away with it all and losing sight of actually why you did it in the beginning. It was to earn money. It's always to earn money, but it's also because you enjoy something and that you're good at it.
Yeah.
And because you're good at it and you enjoy it.
Obsession.
Yeah.
It became an obsession. Just anything else, fitness, it comes about obsession, right? When you feel good, you make you look good, feel good. And through that, when you feel that, you've got the determination, you don't have the perseverance, the courage, the confidence.
Yeah.
The drive and everything you do. So it's just, you gotta have that. You just gotta have that in every day, innit? You don't have to be a creative, but you just gotta have that to get on, man. Always gonna beat you to your knees, like Rocky Balboa says. It's gonna beat you to your knees, bro. That's life. Sunshine and rainbows. It's Ink World. When I'm in this Ink World, it's Ink World, and when it's Daddy World, it's Daddy World. That's it.
Well, I just want to thank you for coming along.
Pick yourself
up. It's been an interesting story.
Really?
And I've really enjoyed it.
Really?
It's nice to
I hope.
It's nice to hear it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because it's a different it's a different type of people being creative, putting ink down. It's very artistic, and it also, it lasts until someone's gone.
That's right.
Until their skin melts away.
That's right. From the womb to the tomb, straight.
Yeah.
That's it.
Lovely.
NYE INKS, yo.
Thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Woo! It's a wrap.
Was it just chatting away, innit?
Amazing.
You know what? I was just chatting. Because anyway, you made me just think.